Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, if you are new here, welcome. I am the Blunt Reader. This is going to be the general reading for the sign of Capricorn for February 2020, or whenever you see this video and it resonates with your situation. Please keep in mind that this is general, so it cannot and will not resonate with every single person who is watching this video. As always, I appreciate you for stopping by and spending some time with me. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on your post notification bells. Also, Happy New Year, Happy Lunar New Year, Happy Holidays, all of the things that I may have missed since I have not been here, but I am back and I am glad to be back. So for this reading, we are going to take a look at love first, and then we'll take a look at general career, finances, or anything else Spirit needs you to know, focus on, and be aware of in the month of February. So let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Capricorn? Y'all got synchronicity, which is the same card that just came out for Sagittarius. So you could be connected to a Sagittarius, or you have this somewhere in your natal chart. I'm gonna pull another one because we just gonna see. Spirit, what message do you have for the sign of Capricorn, February 2020, regarding love? What message do you have for the sign of Capricorn regarding love? We have euphoria. We have euphoria. And we have separation. Okay. So for some of you Capricorns, you could be experiencing a breakup in the month of February. For some of you, I feel like this may have something to do with either you have a child with somebody and this is the person that you're separating from, because in this separation card, it looks like an adult and a child. Like, this looks like a child over here to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you know, some of you could be separated from your child for, you know, whatever reason as well. But it looks like some sort of separation is going to be taking place. I feel like in terms of a romantic relationship, it feels like something that was long overdue, something that you could have been receiving messages about, whether it's through, you know, angel numbers or just seeing a repetitive message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, wherever you may be seeing it, or watching videos and readings on YouTube where they all pretty much say the same thing about your situation and you know it resonates with you. It may be time for you to walk away. I also feel like it may be time for you to kind of separate yourself from either people that you knew growing up as a child, people that you've known since childhood, or your way of doing, being, and thinking that is outdated. It's like kind of separating who you used to be, who you were raised to be, what you learned growing up through your parents or whoever, versus who you are becoming now. It kind of looks like a separation between like the inner child and who you are as an adult, but I don't feel like you separate from your inner child. I feel like you may heal some things, you know, regarding your inner child, and that allows you to be who you actually are, your true and authentic self as an adult. This euphoria card for me is like rose-colored glasses, because that's what it looks like. And in this situation, that's maybe how you've been seeing this person. You've been seeing this person through, you know, rose-colored glasses. You were on cloud nine. Everything was good. Everything was grand. I'm actually going to read from the book, and this is the Price of Love Oracle deck, which I will put down below in the description if you would like to check it out. For euphoria, it says, you're making me high. Meanings: the feeling of happily ever after, happiness, intense excitement, domestic bliss, too good to be true, temporary pleasure, joy, ecstasy, on cloud nine, addicted to the highs in a relationship, which is what it seems like. Focusing on just the things that make you feel good. Not that you shouldn't focus on the good, because you should. You don't want to always focus on the negative, but you also don't want to ignore the negative. You don't want to ignore the red flags, the signs, the synchronicities and messages like, hey, maybe this isn't what you need to be doing. Because this is a temporary feeling. It's like you take a drug, you smoke, you drink, whatever it is. You have this temporary feeling of bliss, of being high, of being drunk, of being whatever. And it feels good in that moment. But then you have all of the effects, after effects, side effects. You know, you could wake up with a hangover if you drink too much. Then you throwing up all over the place. And that never feels good. And then we all tell the same lie, like, I'm never drinking again. But we know that's not the truth. I ain't never done any other drugs, so I can't tell you what that feels like. But I feel like, you know, once it wears off, there's always something that you have to deal with. And you may have been avoiding whatever needed to be dealt with in this situation. So this is going to lead to some sort of separation, whether that be a permanent separation or a temporary separation between you and this person. Pay attention to the messages that you get. And again, if you are connected to a Sagittarius, because the synchronicity card did come out for them, then you may want to go watch that video. But that's what we have for your oracle cards, your oracle messages. Spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn in love for February 2020? Capricorn, love, February 2020. I feel like there could be a lack of reciprocation in your relationships. Or this is how you feel, or this is how the other person feels. The Knight of Swords wanted to come out. This also came out for Sagittarius. Capricorn, love, February 2020. What messages do you have, Spirit? A lot of them, apparently. We have the Nine of Wands. I'm going to take this one because it flipped over. The Nine of Wands also came out for Sagittarius. In the other deck that I'm using, though. I'm going to take this one because I don't know, I just feel led to. Nine of Swords, two number nines. And I told them that the number 9 would be significant to them as far as their synchronicity. So, yeah. Could definitely be dealing with a Capricorn, or you have Capricorn. I mean, you are a Capricorn Sagittarius. So you may have that in your chart somewhere. Or you're dealing with somebody who's a Sagittarius. This is defensive energy. I feel like with this Nine of Swords, is somebody who, you know, they overthink and overanalyze things so much, come up with all these different scenarios that may not even be true, and it may cause them to be defensive, or this is you. Can I get another card, please, Spirit? We have the Moon in reverse. So somebody could have found out something. And that could be what the cause of this separation is. Because somebody could have been doing something, keeping something, and it came out. I feel like something was revealed. In some capacity. Something was revealed. So let's see what it is. Spirit, please clarify. Okay. The Four of Swords came out with the Four of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, which came out in reverse for Sagittarius. So with this Four of Wands, Four of Swords, what this person or you is thinking about or overthinking about, something that's causing them stress, worry, anxiety, it has to do with either the relationship as a whole or something that's going on in their home environment. So if you live with this person, it could be very tense right now. This Four of Swords for me is my fallback card. So this is somebody pulling back, pulling away, being distant. But this is also my card of prayer, reflection, meditation, in order to gain some sort of clarity, which definitely looks like it's needed with this Nine of Swords here. This is the opportunity to clear your mind so that you get out of this anxious state of being. So it feels like if you live with this person, things have been tense. Maybe you two aren't currently living together. Maybe one of you decided to leave, pull back, pull away, give each other some space, some breathing room, because it was just becoming too much. Or it's that this person or you is in a living situation that may make them very stressed, worried, and anxious. And maybe that's causing them to kind of pull away and be distant because they got a lot going on. Please clarify the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. You got 2 number 9s, 2 number 4s. Please clarify the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. 8 of Cups. Because somebody moved away. Or if they haven't, they're definitely thinking about it. Hell, it's definitely on their mind. Contemplating walking away. I feel like it could definitely have something to do with reciprocation, because that's what is coming up. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody feels like there's a lack of reciprocation in whatever this relationship connection is. It could be a marriage for some of you. It feels very one-sided though. Or at least somebody feels like it's one-sided. And they have either already made the decision to leave, and maybe they're in the process of preparing to leave. They already left. For some of you, it's just like, nah, I'm good. I feel like somebody walked away, but the other person is wanting to... My battery died, so I don't remember exactly what part it cut off on, but I definitely feel like somebody, if they have not already left, they're definitely thinking about it, but the other person... It's like on one hand, I feel like this other person still wants to work on the relationship. It's just they're so wrapped up in their mind with whatever it is that they have going on that they can't really be present in this relationship, this situation, this connection, because it's like, I don't know. It kind of feels like an excuse a little bit, because, just because you have something going on, you can't stop doing what you have to do. It's like, just because you're stressed and worried about money, about whatever it is you're stressed and worried about, you can't stop being a parent. You still have to show up. You still have to take care of your responsibilities. And if you're in a relationship, if you're married to somebody, that is still a responsibility, because you decided to engage in this partnership. So somebody feels like, they're the only person that's really working and trying to make this work. And it's like, look, I'm not doing this no more. Please clarify the Nine of Wands. So we have the Ace of Cups, a lot of love, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. We have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. So Ten of Wands and Queen of Pentacles, your energy, Capricorn. Also Taurus and Virgo energy. I feel like in true Capricorn fashion, especially if you're the one who's deciding to walk away from this, it's like you're going to walk away from it because it's become overwhelming. It's become a burden with this Ten of Wands. You put those wands down and you go straight back to focusing on your money. Like, okay, you go figure out whatever your issues are, and I'm going to get back to the bag, because I don't have time. And I don't even feel like it's that you have always had this attitude. I feel like you really did try to make this situation work, and this person was just like a brick wall, like trying to talk to them, trying to tell them how you feel, trying to explain your emotions. It was just like, no. This person was just not receptive, or you felt like they weren't receptive. Like it wasn't penetrating them to the extent that it caused change. Because for you, as I was about to say, as an air sign, so you may be dealing with an air sign, as an earth sign, as a Capricorn specifically, like you need to see results. It's like, okay, this is the problem. We need to come up with a resolution, and I need to be able to see something tangible that says, okay, we're making progress. So if you didn't see something, and maybe you were being a bit, particular about what it is you wanted to see, and it wasn't being done in the way that you wanted it to be done, and so you were just like, yeah, no, I'm done. We have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is an apology. The Tower was right behind it. But it's an apology. It's an effort. But I feel like you're saying like that effort is not good enough. Not for all of these burdens that I've been dealing with. Like, you're going to have to come better. For some of you, I feel like you're being a bit hard on this person because they may be dealing with a lot. They may be closed off. They may be guarded. They may not be handling it in the best way, But I also feel like you're not really making it any easier, to be honest. I feel like this person may feel that you're causing more stress than you are alleviating it. And that may be making them more closed off with this Four of Swords, causing them to pull away even further because they feel like they already have, the whole world against them, or they have all of these responsibilities that maybe they're struggling to take care of. And it's like you being you're still asking for more, still demanding more. And with this Page of Cups, it's like I'm giving you what I can, and you're saying, well, that's just not good enough. Capricorn, I am a Capricorn, so I know this is how we can be. If that is you, you may want to consider taking it easy. Maybe some space and time apart is what you need, so this person can figure their, stuff out, get their life together, get back to a place where they're able to focus on a relationship. So, time apart may be necessary, but I also feel like it's necessary for you to kind of reevaluate how you've been handling this situation. Please clarify. Okay. Justice. Are you being fair? Is what I'm saying. I feel like it's on both ends, though. I feel like it's both of you. For you, are you being fair? Like, are you really giving this person a fair chance? Are you the one that's being defensive and closed off because you feel like this person isn't doing enough, or you feel like they're not doing what you want them to do? And then on the other end, are they being fair in the way that they are handling you because of whatever they got going on? It's both of y'all, honestly. It's both of y'all making this more difficult than it needs to be. Please clarify the Moon in reverse. We have a whole bunch of cards. The Tower. Sagittarius also had that. We have the Page of Swords. We have Death. You could definitely be dealing with a Scorpio. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. So the Moon is something being exposed, especially with it being here in reverse. So like I said, something was exposed, something came out. It doesn't have to be some, big ass secret like somebody was cheating and had a baby on the side, or, it don't have to be all dramatic. It could be somebody's real feelings coming out about, how they feel about the situation. Like, I feel like you're being an asshole. I feel like you don't care. That leads to this big ass argument that neither one of you were expecting, and then you go your separate ways. This Page of Swords says that some words could have been exchanged, which caused an ending with Death being here. But I don't feel like either one of you really wanted it to be over, really want it to be over. It just seems like it's a really rough patch right now. You're both triggering one another, and I just posted about this on Instagram. I want to say it was yesterday, where you're both triggering one another, and there was going to be this big argument, this big blow up where words were going to be exchanged, but it was happening, especially if it was because of the same issue, like you were arguing about the same thing, you've had the same conversation over and over and over again. It's happening that way, and it's getting to this point of the Tower and Death because it's trying to create change in both of you so that you grow and you learn from whatever it is. Because in these situations, it's like We get mad, we get upset, we feel how we feel, and instead of looking at, what am I doing wrong, or what do I need to change, how can I make this situation better so that we don't have to keep going through this problem, it's just, what the other person did. How can you fix what you did to me, instead of how can I work on the things that I need to work on, and the other person adapting the same attitude and saying, okay, this is what I can do to change it, and them saying, this is what I can do to change it, and you work on it like that. It's just pointing the finger. But I feel like it's happening in order to create some sort of change in both of you, but also in the relationship. But some of you are tired of waiting for change. But I feel like with the Seven of Wands, it's like you demanding it. Controlling ass Capricorn. And I can say that because I am a Capricorn. I feel like you're demanding it. The way that you're going about it is making this person feel like, damn, look at all these pentacles. Look at all this work I put in already. And instead of you seeing that and realizing that I am trying, you just keep cutting me down. So, Capricorn, I don't feel like this is a situation that is done. I don't feel like it is a situation that is over. I don't feel like it even is a situation that needs to be over, because though the Ten of Wands is here, I feel like it's just a burden and overwhelming one, because somebody may be holding in how they really feel, Ace of Cups, and that may be what gets exposed with the Moon, like holding in their problems. I have a problem with this, but instead of me saying something, I'm going to just bottle it up, and then it turns into this tower once I can't take anymore because I'm already stressed. And this just pushes me over the edge. And it may not seem like a big deal, like something that needs to be a big ass argument, but it's because it's accumulated over time. So for you, Capricorn, I feel like it's you making sure that you're handling this in a fair way, that you're not cutting this person down when they are trying. It just may not be up to your standards or what you want. But maybe you're not giving this person what they want or need either. You're not always right, Capricorn. And I'm not trying to be, hard on you. But again, as a Capricorn, I know, one, how we can be. But I also know that we can handle, the tough love, because we give it out all the time. So make sure that you're not fucking up a good relationship because this person isn't performing the way that you want them to. Like, it's not a job. This isn't a performance review where it's like, we were supposed to sell X amount and you only sold this much. Like, it's not a job. It's not a business transaction. It's a relationship. So make sure you're looking at it in that way. Oh, Lord. And if you are dealing with the Sagittarius, definitely make sure that you go back and look at their video, because I feel like it's kind of connected. Look, Spirit, I don't need you to be reading me when I'm trying to read these people. Let me shuffle these cards and we're going to take a look at what you are really concerned with. The money.
The money in the cars in the clothes. Those, I suppose. I just want to be successful. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Capricorn for February 2020? What general messages do you have for my fellow Capricorns? February 2020, what do they need to know, be aware of, pay attention to, etc.? Alright.
Spirit, what general messages do you have for the sign of Capricorn for February 2020? The Emperor wanted to come out, so we're going to take him. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Five of Swords. Who y'all fighting with? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Happiness, joy, and fulfillment. But are you trying to get that by any means necessary with this Five of Swords, Capricorn? Are you being the controlling emperor? I feel like you're trying to have your hand in every pot. You're trying to do everything, trying to do everybody's job. You could be overly critical for some reason in the month of February. Got Leo energy here, so you may definitely be connected to a fire sign. The emperor for me is Aries. So, yeah. Please clarify this Five of Swords for Capricorn. Ace of Wands. I feel like you're going for the gold, whatever that means to you. It feels like some sort of business deal, something that has to do with business, a job, a career, something that you're trying to achieve or accomplish. For some of you, I feel like something is being passed to you. Because this Ace of Wands kind of looks like a, what do you call those things? A baton, like in a relay race. So it could be a position that's being passed down to you. Quite honestly, this Ace of Wands, because especially with the Knight of Wands being here, is very sexual energy. Some of y'all need an attitude adjustment via the Ace of Wands, aka what's the correct way to say this? The male phallic. You need some act right. That's what your problem is. Please clarify the Ace of Wands with the Five of Swords. Eight of Wands, the Six of Wands wanted to come out too. So you could be getting some type of news about something being given to you or an opportunity that is presenting itself to you. I feel like I need to tell you to play nice though with this Five of Swords. This is about conflict, but it's petty conflict. It's somebody feeling like they have the upper hand and like they won because they've caused other people to kind of, you know, give up and throw in the towel. But why are you pushing people away? No. Especially people that you could work together with and build something with. Are you making it difficult for people to be around you? Please clarify the Emperor. The Lovers. Death at the bottom of the deck could be dealing with a Scorpio, Gemini, whoever. Anytime I see the Emperor energy, it's like a leader, it's a boss, it's the person who runs the empire, but it also gives me like dictator vibes. So are you trying to dictate how something happens in a relationship? Like you are this angel figure up here and you're supposed to be in control of how things go. You want it to go a certain way. You want it to happen a certain way. And if it doesn't happen in that way, it's like off with your head. For some of you, you may either you're the one that's on the power trip or you're around somebody who's on a bit of a power trip. And it could have to do with your work, your job. Be mindful of your attitude though. In February is what I'm feeling. And it could have already started in January, but be mindful of how you're handling people. Please clarify the Lovers with the Emperor, or you'll turn around and you won't have nobody because nobody will want to deal with your ass. Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Didn't I say reciprocation, or was that in Sagittarius reading? I don't know. But reciprocation, a lack of reciprocation. This Ten of Swords is an ending. Feels like in this relationship situation, but it could also be you walking away from a job situation because either you feel like there's somebody there who's on the power trip, somebody who's trying to micromanage you. Feels like a clashing of personality. So either in your romantic relationship or maybe business-wise, there could be a lot of people or one particular person that you just don't get along with. But this Five of Pentacles, like I said, be mindful of your attitude because you won't look up and you won't have nobody and nothing. I feel like Spirit is going to humble you in some way if you've been tripping. If you've been out here wilding like, you know, you just in charge of everything. And again, with that Lovers, you being in this position or thinking you're in this position of this angel is like you pretending like you're God. Like you have the power to make decisions for people, other people's lives, and you don't. Please clarify the Knight of Wands We have Two of Swords, Ten of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the Magician, the Chariot, and the Page of Swords. Like I said, with this Ace of Wands is going for the gold, but you know, there's success here, but be mindful of how you're going for this gold, whatever that may be. The Magician was, y'all just go look at Sagittarius reading, because it literally looks like the same thing. Holding on to something with this Ten of Wands, Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're holding on to something that you know what you should do. You're just not doing it for whatever reason that may be. But it seems to be what's blocking you from having this success that you want. The Ten of Wands is you voluntarily holding on to these burdens. The Ten of Wands is you holding on to something or multiple things, but they're a burden. They're overwhelming. It's too much. This could also be you working too much, taking on too much because you feel like you're the only one who can get it done. So maybe you need to, delegate some tasks, rely on other people. But maybe you can't rely on other people because you pushed everybody away with your attitude. This Two of Swords says that there is a decision that you have to make. And it could be whether or not you take whatever is being offered to you over here, but it's also going to require that you let go of something. So what is it that you need to let go of? Spirit, what is it that Capricorn needs to let go of in order to get this success? We got the Four of Wands, so it could be a relationship that you need to let go of. Please clarify the Four of Wands. Yeah. The Tower, Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is what you want. This is what you got. So I feel like there could be a relationship or some sort of foundation that you have that you need to let go of. Spirit, what is this foundation? Let's just extra clarify it. What is this foundation that Capricorn needs to let go of? Four of Cups in reverse. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're definitely indecisive about something. Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords being here is a decision that you have to make, but you're unsure. This Four of Cups, because it's in reverse, it says that you're taking something or you're still holding on to something, because in the upright, it would say that you're turning it down. It was a missed opportunity. It could be a missed opportunity that you had already and it's coming back around, maybe in a different form. Y'all, I don't know. Please clarify this Four of Cups in reverse for Capricorn. Ace of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse. For some of you, this is a relationship that you may still be in, but you know that there are no feelings, no real emotions there. You're just there because you're comfortable, I assume. With the Four of Pentacles, this is what you're holding on to. A relationship that you're not really happy and not really fulfilled and may not feel emotionally connected to this person anymore, but you're still there. And this may be something that you need to walk away from if you know that you're not being fulfilled, if you know that your needs are not being met, if you know that this is a one-sided relationship, then this is something that you need to walk away from in order to get this success. Really, anything that is not fulfilling you. There also seems to be a lack of direction, which isn't typical for Capricorns, but with the Two of Swords being here, we had the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Previously, it says that you're unsure about something and you don't know whether or not you should take it. I also feel like for some of you, you're not sure if you should take it, but it's not, I don't want to say your reason for it isn't valid, but it's more of an excuse for why you don't want to do this thing. And it may be because it pulls you out of your comfort zone. It may put you more in the spotlight than you are comfortable with. It may be something that you feel isn't going to fulfill you, or maybe you're just telling yourself that. Please clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Fool wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. It's something new. The Knight of Pentacles, and something that will be really good for you. It may take a little time to see the, results in the form of like money or something tangible. But I feel like it's something that's requiring you to take a leap of faith. It's also requiring that you let go of something. Something that you feel is giving you some level of security. Something that makes you feel safe. So ultimately your comfort zone is what you need to step out of. Because maybe you don't want to be in the spotlight, the star, being a star, having some sort of star status, quality, etc. You may also feel like you don't have the direction, like you don't know what you should do, how you should do it. Ask. I feel like there's an opportunity, though, that's going to present itself. It may leave you a bit unsure about whether or not you should take it, but I feel like it would be a good opportunity for you to take. It would give you a lot of success, but there's something about it that has you a bit iffy, but I don't feel like it's because it's actually iffy. I feel like it's requiring you to do something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, and that's why you're questioning it. Don't. So Capricorns, there you have it. I do hope that this was helpful for you. As always, thank you for spending time with me. Be sure to like this video if you have not. Subscribe, share it with your friends, all of that good stuff. And I'll talk to y'all next time.